All right, everyone, thank you so much, and I definitely appreciate you joining the second Topherspin Meteorite Live Sale. I do apologize for starting a few minutes late, stuck in traffic. Not much I can do about that, but can't teleport yet, still working on the technology. Got a few cameras set up and a few people here live, and anything that I show during this live sale, if you mention that you saw it on the live sale, you'll still get the 10% off unless someone here already snagged it. So we're going to jump right in. I have a good amount of items to show off today, so we're gonna scroll through them, and if you find something that you like, definitely speak up. I'll throw your name on it and we'll throw it to the side. Everything in this case right here that we're showing off is already marked down. I actually priced all of these just for this event. So all of these things are already marked down. So the prices that you see are the prices that you get. And we're going to start off with this first one. Later on that one. So the first one is a slice. And I decided to start off with some little prices to get everyone in the mood and to make sure everyone knows how it works. So this is just a, not really sure if it's an L or an LL, but it doesn't have a whole lot of metal in it. I'm sure I can get that, like, there we go. So this is just a cool colored slice for less than $5. Whoops. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah. Okay. So that is in spot A1 up here. Going into A2. This is a kind of a unique little one here. I really only included this in because I know some people like inclusions, and this has a definitely weird little black inclusion in it. So that is a unique thing. I know that some people go crazy when they have an odd colored inclusion. So there's one that you can have for $5, 7.3 grams. And we're gonna call that one B. We're going all across this line here. So this is what is this? A, B, C, D, E, F, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going into B. We already did that one. We're going into C. This is a 12.76 and $8. Again, another slice. This shows an impactor on it. So we've definitely had some type of secondary material, I think, hit here and squish its way through. You can see the stress and fractures on it. This also has what looks like either a mini regmaglyph or a chondrule that popped out during flight, because that's really super round right there. So it could be a mini regmaglyph. It could be a lost chondrule.
Nice.
Yeah, some unique little smaller price ones. Now we're getting into some pretty ones. Still talking about $1 a gram. I don't know why this keeps always asking me to log in my audio. This is just a beautiful stone. The colors in it are really amazing. It's grays. So we can come back and visit these later as well. But this is a 10.61 grams for 10 bones. I actually had this one marked at $2 a gram, so it's about half off right now. So that's a third option. And as we get down on this box, they just get crazier and crazier. So here is a 7 gram or $7 one, I mean. And this has amazing chondrules. Even a right there, it looks like an armored chondrule. This is $7. Super dreamy. This is not, let me see. Can I get it to focus on that at all? Maybe not. I think that chondrule goes around the side. Yeah, that's nice.
And
So that one's pretty cool. All right, so that one's 7 bones. And then to finish off the top row, I have 2 stones that I found that are paired, self-paired, but these are both available. The first one is almost 24 grams, $17. And these are definitely H's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. These were bought in Tucson at the Tucson Meteorite Mansion, well, at the Tucson show, and then cut at the Meteorite Mansion. And you have tremendous amount of metal. It even appears as though you have a somewhat armored chondrule up in here, but I'm not exactly sure. But a beautiful colored H, and because of the chondrules in there, it's probably H5 maybe. I'm not going to state my claim on that, but it is a beautiful stone, internal and external. So that's option 1 for $17, and then it's matching one for $19. Is this one here? And there's really, really good chondrule definition in this as well. So it's got to be on the lower side, and it's super magnetic. So I'd put these in probably the H5, maybe even H, I don't know. But they're beautiful, and they both match. So if you wanted some sister stones, there you have them. So we have one for 19 and one for 17. And I put these back in the same hole. Okay.
Okay, Topher.
Yes, sir.
I will take the first 4.
The first 4 slices?
Yep. A, B, C, D, 1.
All right, and let me do this.
Nothing like a few more NWAs to
Yeah.
the collection.
That's why I started off with this smaller dollar range here, because I really wanted to give people an opportunity to, to break the ice without breaking the bank. All right.
Good plan.
David Nelson, here we go. Got those for you. Got your own little tray going. Okay, so.
Sorry, I thought I heard someone say that they wanted one of the other ones as well, but I think Topher might not have heard it.
yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not hear anyone talking. I apologize. Which?
I had called out dibs on
that 5th one.
7 grams for $10 or 10 grams for $7. That one with the armored chondrule.
I super apologize for that. I did not hear you. If people could help me out,
That's cool.
if I'm in the middle of talking and people yell at me, please, because I don't want that to happen again. I don't want you to.
Hey, wait a minute. Who was that? Who was that said they ordered something? Was that one of the ones I asked for?
Yeah, Oz wanted. Which one?
No, it was the 5th one he wanted.
The 5th one. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think anybody asked for the first 4.
Gotcha.
That's
Oz.
the one I wanted, exactly.
Thank you. Okay, good.
Perfect.
And you got your own box going now. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
I don't want to join with audio. Okay, so all these are now wiped out, and we have the, I'm going to separate these. We have the sisters here. These are matching. Now we'll go into this one here. This is a under 10 gram, I'm sorry, under $10. And it has chondrules like a Mo. This is probably $3 a gram piece easily, guys.
Wow.
I couldn't fit one more chondrule in there if I tried.
Wow, that's packed.
This has got to be in the HP. You can tell I was working on computers earlier. Jesus. You can tell this is in the L range and probably low in a 3 or a 3 point something. But yeah, that is really beautiful. Shows you how small and perfectly round the chondrules are. Okay, so that one is, I'm gonna put that right back where we found it. Now,
What was that? What was the price on that one? $9.50.
$9.50 for 10 grams. All right, now
I'll take that one, Topher.
that's for Oz.
Yes, sir.
Nice, right
Not
on.
unless somebody else was asking. Not unless Dave wanted it.
No, it's all yours, buddy.
I heard silence. All right, now all of these are cut stones. These are all ones that, oh, I was gonna say there's none in there. Okay, these are all ones that I got in Tucson, and we cut at the Meteorite Mansion. I will probably sell these as NWA unclassified. They were purchased as NWA 869, but that seems to be a cover-all, catch-all put on a lot of meteorites when they just want to sell them as classified. So not knowing exactly what it is, I'm going to be COAing it as just an unclassified, because that's, in my honest feeling, that's what it is. If it's not an 869, an 869 doesn't add a whole lot of value to it anyway. So an 869 versus an NWA, you're going based on the look of the stone and the desire for the stone anyway. No one's going to retire on a bunch of 869. But this one here is, should I leave it up here for a minute, guys, like that? Yeah, I'll leave it like that so you guys can look at it.
That's nice.
Here is this slice looks really cool. This slice, get ready to speak for it, guys. $7. And I'm going to show you the normal beautiful part of it first. So there's the normal beautiful part of it, but it has an impactor up here.
Wow.
So something impacted up here tremendously. Definitely second lithography. There we go. Trying to find the sweet spot for the camera. But you can see that as it impacted, there's folding of material or compression of material all in here, followed by a thin band of melt going around this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
this,
put that one for Dave, Topher.
okay, this shiny
Thanks, mate.
stuff that you see on it, if you're going to be looking at it under a microscope, I would recommend that you take off this coating. All the coating is paleo bond. It's what they use in museums, but it comes off with, oh, look at that armored chondrule, huh? Right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It comes off super easily with acetone. So if you're going to be looking at this under a microscope and you want to, or if you're going to make thin sections, or if you just don't like the paleo bonded surface, quite literally a Q-tip and acetone will take that off.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike had to mute you, bud. You're just rubbing the mic too much. Okay. Now, oh, that one with the low H, I'm sorry, low L3 has a sister slice. Well, I don't know if it's a sister slice, but it's from the same stone. So this one is under 10 grams and it's $8. Yeah. I have sold slices of this for up to $4 a gram. These actually may be sister slices now that I'm looking at it. Here is David's. No, maybe not.
What was that? Who? What?
Yeah, I was thinking your slice may be a sister slice, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was seeing if it was Oz's slice anyway.
Well, I'll take that one too then.
Yeah, that is tremendous. Someone who's a lot more scientific than me needs to pay attention to that and tell you what that is. That is a beautiful slice with tons of chondrules in it. Okay, so that goes into Oz. So you got the matching set. Okay, so we have some more unclassified, almost NWA 60 and A69. This is a, I'll put this $25 one away. Okay, so this one here is 45 grams, $35. So let me see later. Okay. So you have a little bit of the original fusion crust replaced with desert varnish. Nice stone. It's not totally weathered all around. And it does have some impactor up there at the top. But this is another unclassified possible A69 for 35 bucks. Now this one is also possibly the same A69, but it looks a little bit different. See, all these were sold as 869, but this is not an 869. That's why I doubt the other ones are what they say they are. This is not NWA 869. That has way too much going on in there. And there's metal, but not a whole lot. You really don't hear the, I mean, I can pick it up and I can shake it off. It's very, very low metal when you compare it to one of these that are a true, wow, that has low metal as well. Jeez. Really low metal in that one. That's the one that was part of the $35 set. Now this, so this one here is 28 grams thereabouts for $20. And yes, you get both halves. This one has an amazing white texture on the inside. Oh, I just lost the price tag. Okay. This one is 18 bucks. Really good desert varnish on the outside and just a striking inside. These again were purchased in Tucson this last year and cut at the Meteorite Mansion. Okay. Now, if anyone likes weathered material, this is a little bit more weathered than most, but it is super cool. I actually like the weathered look to it. And on the inside, still really beautiful. Looks like petrified dog feces.
Great.
Corpolite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm selling Corpolite, but when you crack it open, it's actually a meteorite. Whereas some people sell Corpolite as meteorites. So while we're on the weathered one, I'll show you another weathered one. This one, it has 2 lithographs in it. 58 grams, $37. Again, it's another terrestrial weathered meteorite, but it's got cool feature that the metal is not all over the meteorite. If you notice, oh, this battery and this magnet sticks to everything. Okay. If you notice, all along this material here, there's no metal. And that's the same on the inside matching part. So if you get this up closer, you'll see that there's absolutely no metal in this whole area right here. There's not a scrap of metal.
That's pretty cool.
So to me, that tells me that there was an impactor on it. That we're not looking at the same homogeneous material. And you gotta love that little nip coming out. So that is, I think I had these all priced at like 65 cents a gram or something, which is basically what I bought them for plus my walking fee in Tucson. This one is triple cut, $45. And it is a thinner rock to have triple cut. some little rounding chondrule in there. Okay, and that fits pretty well together for 45 bones. Wow, there's a ton of metal in there. And then, yeah, this one is way more magnetic than the one I was showing earlier. Way more. All right, now this one I had to put into a bag because it's 5 pieces. So we got $36. We'll buy you 5 pieces of meteorite. So, and this is, I believe, an H. Yeah. Okay. Check this out. Full of metal. Every single slice. So here's an opportunity to have a rock that's already sliced into 5 pieces. If you'd like to have sister slices, or if you want to buy a meteorite and give family members all a slice, they can all have a slice of the same meteorite. So this, I am gonna put it back together. Good. That's not right. I had fun last night putting these together like a puzzle. I had to make sure I had all the pieces in all kinds of bags. There we go. So there we go. So that is your 5-piece sliced. It's a family gift waiting to happen. Or you can just buy it all for yourself. 36 bones. Okay. These next 2 are semi-unique. This one was so thin we didn't cut it. But this is another Meteorite Mansion purchase. You notice it has really good desert varnish on it. If it would focus, there we go. So really good desert varnish, and then we lapped it while we were at the Meteorite Mansion house. Let me take that away. Yeah. So this is just a single tablet of a meteorite. When it's like this, it's a tablet, and got it lapped so you can see the interior. So it's cool just to have a rock sitting there that everyone thinks might just be a rock, and then you flip it over and you can show them, no, it's not just a rock.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know, you can keep it that way if you'd like. But I tried to remove as little of the material as possible to give you as big of a window as possible. And I really didn't remove much. I mean, I just basically flattened out that side to give you a nice natural look at a meteorite, how they look after a couple thousand years. So that one is $9.
Yeah, I'll grab that one, Topher.
Right on. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate you. This one is a unique one here. I like this. I bought it because of the size and the crust. And then I cut into it and I was like, I don't know if I want to sell this or not. This is another one that I got in Tucson for digging to the absolute bottom of like 55-gallon drums or 30-gallon drums, whatever they are. I love crust and I love white meteorites. Look at that. Have you ever seen such a white meteorite? and it actually has really good chondrules in there too. I don't know what type this is right here, but it's massive.
That's
This one,
pretty cool.
this one actually looks like a barred olivine. You can see the lines in it. I don't know if that's coming across on the video or not.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but this is another really cool piece that is a hidden gem. You can display it like this, and no one's quite sure. They can see the crust, or you can show off the sexy face of it. This one would actually be really cool to make thin sections of. It's maybe should be a little wider, but that would make some beautiful thin sections. And the magnetism on this one is high, extremely high. Yeah, you have to shake it like a Polaroid in order to make it fall off. Okay, so that one is 13 grams, $11. I'm gonna put that back up here.
I'll take it, Topher.
Ozman speaketh.
Yes,
Right
he
on.
has it.
You'll enjoy it.
It looks
Okay.
nice.
Now we're on to the bottom row down here, and this is where it starts getting fun. As you see here, these are not meteorites. So let's go into this one. This is my only tray of NWAs. Everything else is classified and named from here on out. So this is a $50 piece, and it gives you a nice look of the meteorite in its condition. This is another Tucson Meteorite Mansion find and cut.
It doesn't have overly defined chondrules, does it?
No, no. I'm
That's
thinking it's
interesting.
a 6 or a 7. Yeah, it really has a lack of defined chondrules.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's been highly metamorphosized. There's been a lot of heat going on in this one.
That's pretty cool.
It's very, very magnetic. Yeah, but this is a cool one to have a whole stone. All right, that one is 52, and we can come visit it later. All right. Now, if you do the math, you'll realize we're still doing 65 cents a gram. Here is a sizable, was it 100 grams? Yeah, 104 grams. This is another Tucson one that was cut at the Meteorite Mansion, and it's an H. It's the same material that we saw earlier, I believe, in the two sister stones. I wasn't able to self-pair these as much as I wanted to due to the size. I just didn't have them together, but I believe these are the same as the two sister stones that we saw earlier. And being an H, it is super magnetic. Oh, you can hear it. God, I pulled it out of my hand, and it ain't coming off. I mean, that is a big hunk of rock stuck on there, and it ain't coming off. Okay, so this one is 104 grams for $68. So you're still looking at in the 65 cents a gram range. So that is that one there.
Hey, Topher.
Yes.
This is Martin. I think I want that one. So if you put it
Oh.
aside for me.
Awesome. Absolutely. Let me throw your name on this.
I love those things that stick to magnets for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Yeah, and this, I mean, this really has
I heard the
correct.
click, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I use the same. I use the same exact magnet on everything I do. This one here, I use. I mean, it's not like I mean, I have like 30 of them around my house, and when I go to shows, I bring them. When I go to Tucson, I bring them. This is my Topher calibrated mag. I know what it feels like on different pieces. So when I go and put it next to this one, and it jumps off my hand, I'm like, holy crap! That I'm not a classifier. That's an H.
Yeah.
It's like the old. Remember the old super glue commercials where they put they super glue their helmet on? Okay. So Martin, this is yours. Let me just grab you a box. Hold on.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Done. Okay. Now that, oh, I can actually put that in a bag. I have that in a bag. By the way, I'd like to thank Cameron for doing my camera control work for me. As you can see, I haven't been touching my computer at all, and that's because Cameron is controlling the cameras for me. So I totally appreciate that, Cameron. This I need to
watch the recording. So.
I'm gonna put this up here and then take a drink of my Arizona tea.
Was that the one laced with whiskey?
Oh no, not yet. That's for after the show. All right. This one has some really good. It's 70 bones. We're still in this like 65-cent range per gram.
Oh,
this
look
one,
at the crust.
Yeah, this one has some really good residual crust, mini regmaglyphs all over it, and then you can actually see the internal matrix. You can see that that's some nice crust. So this is just under 100 grams, 98.55 for 70 bones. But a nice dark regmaglyph. It's amazing to see this deep of regmaglyphs because there are some really deep regmaglyphs on this stone. Here's another one. This whole ledge up here, multiple ones that all feed together. Even on this side, there's regmaglyphs. You can't tell because this is probably the worn area, but you can see there's still some regmaglyphs, but this side's a lot smoother. So I would have assumed if this was oriented at all, this would have been the negative pressure side here, coming in like this. But I can't speak to its orientation. I can just tell you that it has, for a smaller piece, it has really deep regmaglyphs. These are substantially deep for this size of piece.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I wish it would focus. There we go. Yeah, I have no problem with my phone focusing except for during Zoom. It just doesn't like to show this much detail, I guess.
It's focusing. Move the label, Topher. It's focusing on that. That's better.
Thank you. It takes a genius to raise a sale, huh? Yeah, so this is just a really nice piece that it still has some of the original features on it. It's not all desert varnished yet. So that, now that 70 bones, 100 grams. And then he moved into the jewelry. All right. These are Muoniana lusta and they're $12. Let me take one out. These are all identical. So I have well, they're not identical. Every meteorite's different, so you can pick the one you want. But let me show you what we're looking at. They're all Muonia pendants. They're all sealed, and they're all engravable on the back. So if you wanted to give this to someone as is, great. If you wanted to write, you know, I don't think anyone's getting graduation gifts for 2020, but if you want to write, it sucks to be you in 2020, you can send it to them. But quite literally, each of these are all Muonia Lusta, and they're all obviously a tad bit different because nothing is the same. So if you're interested in one of these, I can show them to you, and you can pick the one you want.
Wow.
But they're
Etch
only
pattern on those is awesome.
yeah, and they're I mean, I'm giving them away for $12 to be quite honest with you. I mean, I have them usually marked for 20 is my sale price when I
Hey,
go to
Topher?
shows. Yeah. Did I
I'll
hear something?
take the one in your right hand that's open.
Yeah, this one here
That's
Okay.
the one.
that has Oz written all over it.
What's that black line down it?
That is actually a fault in the meteorite.
Whoa, cool. Focus.
There
We
you
go.
go.
I like it.
That's
Yeah.
not.
If there's a fault in the meteorite, you get it. And I don't discount if there's a fault. You're buying the fault with it. So like here is this is the one right here. This is the one that I thought had tremendous pattern to it, and this is still 12 bones.
Wow.
I'll take that one, Topher.
That's
Dave.
David.
Yep.
Okay, nice. And these are, well, they're kind of like dog tag-ish, but they're pretty much asexual. So I don't think this one has a few straight lines. And actually, these right here may be cutting artifacts. That may be a cutting artifact where the other one was a fault. This one has some good crystallization in it down in this area here.
Wow. Very cool.
And I think I have some really, really cheap military dog tag ball and chain that fit these. And if I can find one, I'll include one with each one. You might trade it out as soon as you get it, but at least you'll be able to wear it the minute you get it, you know? So it won't just be a pendant, it'll be a pendant with a chain, I hope. So I have 3 of these available left for $12 each. So if you guys want another dog tag, I have those. Now, if you want one for a man for Shizor, I have these. These are 20 marked down to 15. So what's that, 25% off? Later. These are bigger. Let me show you comparison size. So these are bigger and square. Put that back with Oz. Okay, or David, I mean. So these are 15 if you want a bigger one. Now these are Semchen. The other ones were Muonia Lusta. Now we're looking at Semchen. That's the difference in these.
Topher, could you show me a couple of the others? Those look interesting. I like Semchan.
Okay, here I have 3 of these. One of them has been heat treated. So
what does that mean?
you know, when you're doing any heat treatment of metal, or anytime you heat up metal, how it changes colors.
Okay.
Sometimes it actually stays that color.
Oxidation.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at here. This is Another Semchen.
Okay.
That was heat treated.
Okay. Can you show me the first one again, please? Okay, I'll take that one, the first one.
I'll
This
bet.
This one here?
Yes,
Okay. And who am I speaking to again?
this is Ron Matches.
Oh,
I've been keeping
awesome.
kind of quiet.
I was gonna say I didn't recognize that voice.
No, I'm the first time I've logged on to your site. I've been following you for years though.
Oh, awesome. I'm really glad you decided to join. I'm really apologetic if you joined right on time, obviously, and I was 15 minutes late, but
That's, well, you're there.
I can't, until I get my wormhole technology down pat in my driveway, I won't be able to do my wormhole teleporting out of traffic.
Okay. Now,
All I can do is sit there and curse every red light. Like, are you kidding me? How can they have them timed perfectly to screw my day worse?
well, you know, the old saying goes, whenever you're in a rush, you always hit every red light.
Yeah. And other days when I'm seriously just trying to enjoy my day, no stress, just enjoying the day, even have my windows open, every green light. I'm like,
Sure.
really? I can sit at a red light and watch people for a while.
So for payment, you do PayPal or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if there's, I'm not really offering expensive pieces right now, but in general, anything.
Actually, I've been waiting for the more expensive one. That's why I kept quiet.
Oh, okay. Well,
I collect larger pieces.
good. I can get you some for sure. So I have these two left for $15 a piece. One heated, one non. And we're gonna move on. We can always come back to these. Okay. So, I have one more necklace. This one, I actually have one of these. This is the most manly one I have. A shield, a Munianalusta shield. And I have this marked at $25, $22 now. And it's really wanting to focus on my fingers. There we go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if anyone wants the Munianalusta shield, that's what I'm calling that one. Okay. So that box is now gone. All right. All right. The first one we have up here is 300 grams and $200. And there we go. You're going to see an amazing side of nice crust on this one that wraps around. We have secondary crust on this side. And it has obviously a beautiful matrix that you would think you could only have to guess at, but no, I winted it for you. This is another Meteorite Mansion Tucson 2020 item. And I literally faced this side without removing any of this crust. None of this, here's the natural line of the crust. So I didn't remove any of the crust, but I was able to face this side. Now, if you wanted to leave this as it is for a display piece, it is a beautiful display piece. But I think it would also make very nice crusted slices because it looks like a freaking loaf of bread from this angle. The 3D chondrule sticking out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a nice little piece with a little bit of everything. And it's still of the price range where you don't mind throwing it on the saw and making a slice or two. Or keeping it as a showpiece as is. But that one is available for, we said 200. You're right, it really does want to focus on those numbers and letters when it sees something like that in there. All right, so that one is available for 200. this one here is 460 or something grams. If you ever wanted to buy a sister slice, now's the chance. Later. Okay, so all of these I'm selling at 50 cents a gram for any slice that you want in here. So they're all labeled with weight. Wow, that is okay. They're all labeled with weight and price, and I think they're at 50 cents a gram or thereabouts. But some nice brecciation in them. So if you wanted two sister slices that were affordable, here's a 27 and 18. You know, those are some sisters that go together, and there's 25 and 28. And there's a 24 and 25. And then a nice end cut, 95 gram end cut. So I'm not quite sure if anyone here loves sister slices, but here's an opportunity to basically pick your sister slice out of this whole rock. Any interest, or am I moving on? That silence speaks volumes. I want to make sure I don't waste any of your guys' times, you know? If you're not interested in something, we're moving on. Okay, here's some NWA, little $6 item with the case. So here is later. Yeah, nice little, come on, whoops. So for $6 with the case. All right. And moving on. All right, here is a slice with the case for $8. It's just under 10 grams. This was sold as $8.69, but I would list it as, I would probably list it as unclassified. But that's a really nice quality slice taken at the Meteorite Mansion for $8. And I have to turn on the fan in here because it is tremendously warm. I have, let me see here. This is a, oh, that fan feels good. Okay, for $5, this is a really, really thin slice. And that's the same material. Possible A69.
Hey, Topher, do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
I'll take that one. I like it.
And who's that?
Christian.
Oh, good. Hey, nice, Christian. Yeah. Yeah, nice thin slice there. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem, buddy. Okay. This is a really cool piece of breccia. It's a slice. And the frame goes with it. So for $10 with frame, you get 8 grams of the breccia. And it even has what appears to be swatches of melt running through here. Any brecciated fans out there? The silence is screaming at me. That's a cool, unique piece. That's from Jurassic Dreams. Now, Vaca Muerta. Do you guys have interest in Vaca Muerta? I have these pieces here. I can take them out and show them to you individually. If anyone wants any Vaca Muerta, you can see the prices. And again, we'll take 10% off of these prices here. But those are Vaca Muertas, and I have 2 more here. So let me take this 5 gram one out real quick. This is a $39 Vaca Muerta. That goes over there. This is a the 5.5 gram one, end cut. It's a quality end cut where it's not cracking and dry, and has a beautiful surface to it, showing it's a an A1 mesosiderite.
That is a nice piece.
Yeah.
It's sort of familiar looking to the Akita one from Australia with the
with the long fractured straight lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the small one, the 1.83 gram one for 15 bones. A lot of metal in that one.
That doesn't even look like the same one, does it?
I know. It's absolutely crazy. In my last meteorite hangout, I did some comparisons of normal Imalak and normal Brahin versus a anonymous piece, and it's just night and day how different they look. It makes your job as a meteorite collector really super hard, because at first glance I wouldn't classify these as the same, but they are. They're just different parts of the same massive fall, you know.
Wow.
So you have super metal in the small one, and then veins of metal versus more silica in the second one. So you're looking at $15 minus 10%, and $39 minus 10% for both of these, or either of them, I mean. So those are end cuts. I believe all of these, one of them is an end cut, but I think the other ones are slices. Anyone want to take a look at these? I take that as a no. All right. Well, I have Vodka Muerta if you have it, if you need it. If you need dead cow, I got it. I love when you go to Facebook and you're looking at something and someone's typed Vaca Muerta, and you hit translate now, and it translates to dead cow. So you hit translate now again, Vaca Muerta. You know, okay, well, someone's selling a dead cow.
Have you ever looked up the translation for Chinga?
Yeah.
What didn't that kind of make you take a second look?
Not a nice
I
word
need
in
to mute.
Spanish.
I always laugh when I see that as a Spanish speaker.
Yeah.
I was once asked what's the nastiest meteorite, and I always say Chinga.
Yeah, I questioned it the first time I saw auto translate do that. I'm like, really? All right, now, since we are into the meso range, we're going to continue with a few. All right. This is what we're looking at right here. I got these from Craig Zlyman himself, and we're going to start up with the small one. The small one is not polished, but this is 27 minus 10%. I'm going to move that. So if you're a Meteorite collector and you don't have this one yet, it's a good opportunity to get a small sample. Wow, if it would only focus. There we go. So this is the $27 one, 2.4 grams. This is the $25 one, 3.7 grams, 3.07, sorry.
What was the number on that again, Topher? The NWA number? Got it. Thanks.
3.14 kilos is a total weight, total known weight. And I know Craig's pretty honest with those things. So this is the one that is 3.07 grams, $25. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that one, Topher. Thanks.
David, gotcha.
Thank you.
Thank you as well. Okay. Now we still have that small 2.4 grams. This is 775 grams and $67. Oh, I think I already marked this one down. I'll still mark it down 10%. I think I already marked it down 10%, but so this one will be about $60 when all said and done for 7.75 grams. Yeah. This is $10 a gram mesosiderite, just to let you know. So that's the $67 one. And then here is the $90 one. This is 9.56. Here, I'll put it up here. 9.58 grams, $90, and it is polished and is underpriced.
Oh, wow.
That's a beauty.
Yeah. Look at the detail in there. Polished on both sides.
Wow.
Yeah, this is easily over $10 a gram material, but this will be $81 today. $81 for 9.58 grams. And I will note on my COA that I got it from the main mass holder.
That's nice. Come on, somebody buy it.
I know. Killing me here. Now, you know what? Not everything's going to be for everyone. That's why I grabbed a lot of pieces, and you know, I don't mind kind of rushing through them as long as I'm not moving too fast for you guys. I definitely don't want to bore you with something you're not interested in. So if I'm showing something and no one's interested, I am moving the heck on out of Dodge. All right, so this all goes here, and that actually finishes off this case. So now we move into this. Okay, so now you guys actually get to direct the show a little bit more. I have Palasites, I have Witnessed, I have Brahin, and I have Dorbigny. The Dorbigny is small little pieces, but I have Brahin, Palasites, and Witnessed. Anyone have a preference of what they want to look at?
Or Bigney?
And so it shall be. These were acquired in Tucson from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. E.T., Edwin Thompson. Here's his COA. Hold on a second. Excuse me, guys. All right. So I got, this is E.T., Edwin Thompson. And I actually have a video it's probably on Facebook of us together doing this. Now I have two pieces available. I need to, okay. So this first one is 2.19 grams and selling it for 70 minus 10%. So 70 minus $7, and it's 0.219 grams. Comes with this case, and let's see if we can zoom in on this puppy. I don't know where my camera likes it, but there we go. That is Diorbigny, 0.219 grams for 71 minus 10%. It's an angrite.
How do I mute my button?
Okay, so that is that one. And then I have this other one that is, wow, the exact same weight, 0.219. Unbelievable. That's kind of odd. So the same exact price.
I'll take that one, Topher.
Right on. You can see the detail a little better when it's not going to fall out of the case. Let me see here. See if this one I can do. There we go. There's the first one. Diorbigny. Okay, so I will put this one in with Oz right here. Okay,
Thank you.
no problemo. Any takers on the, this is the last one I have. After this, it's just dust. This is the last one I have of any substance. And you'll be hard pressed to find this anywhere under $325 a gram.
Well, you're tempting me, mate. What was the price on that one?
71 minus 10%.
Oh gosh, 120. I'm forever doing a conversion to my dollars.
Yeah, that's right. God, you have a lot of math to do. Well, just know
And
that
it hurts.
anything.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that one, Topher.
Okay, nice. Yeah. You have more math than most.
Oh dear, I'm so bad.
Okay. Excuse me one second.
Oh no, he's got the lurgy.
No, I just have not had my coffee yet. I literally should have had about 2 cups of coffee by now. I got out and got right to it today, and then, all right. Let's do some miscellaneous pallasites. See what I have in this little bag of love here. Okay, first off is a straight out NWA unclassified slice. This is 3.88 grams. And how much am I selling it for? I don't even have a price on it. That's beautiful. Excuse me, guys. Okay, this is $5.50 a gram, and it is 3.88. 3.88 times, how much did I say? 550. So this is $21, and that includes the 10% off. This is a $21 slice of pallasite. Look at that.
Oh, no, that's more like the Hakita one,
Yep.
which of course is a palisite. Wow,
That's pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, very similar to Hakita. Look at that. How much did I say this was? 25, I think.
I don't have any pallasites from NWA. Maybe I should get that one, Topher.
I'm not going to argue with you. So $21.
That's a screaming deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Topher might encourage that kind of activity.
So I'll go ahead and write down $21. Nice. Yeah, you'll be, and it actually it comes with a case as well, so you'll be in good shape. Yeah, comes with a case there. So okay.
Yeah.
Let me put this away and protected for David.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Okay. Now, okay, so here are 2 pallasites that are classified, and we're gonna have to zoom out, zoom, and that's all it goes. Okay, so excuse me, 2 different pallasites. So I don't know if you guys have these or not. Well, let's just do 7716 first. So I have 3 of these. So 7716. We'll start with the smaller ones. This is 3 grams for $16 minus 10%. But what you actually have in here are 2 tablets. So basically just a specimen to get in case you need it, the pallasite marked off your list. Now, and that's not really a show piece or a show slice, more of just like a type sample, to be quite honest with you. But this one here is more of a collector piece. So minus like 3 bones on this, you're looking at $23. Comes with the case.
Cute.
So if any of you guys are building up your pallasite collection and don't have 7716 yet, here's your chance.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's got some prettiness to it. as Craig Lyman would say, it's purdy. Purdy. All right, here is NWA 4482. This will be $40. Again, another great chance to get a palisite cross off your list. And this is actually a nice looking piece. As you can see, there's some stuff going on in there. Come on. There we go. Yeah, but this is probably the best look at it right there.
Oh,
So if you guys need 4488 or 4482, I'm sorry, I have it. Now comes ones that are unclassed, but I'm going to be writing the NWA as also known as golden palisite, because these are the golden palisite ones. These are not the ones that Oz and I just bought to classify. These are these actually have oh God, Dustin Dickens provenance. So this is an end cut, 8.26 grams, and it is gorgeous.
wow.
It's hard to get it where the colors are really, really popping because it wants to catch a reflection. But it is deep, deep color. Even on this side, you have olivine popping out. And I apologize, I don't have my price directly on me on this. I think I do. I didn't write it on there. It's on my price list. But the NWA end cut, I think that's on the price list for 95. So it'd be like almost 85.
Damn. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I really, really love pallasites, and the golden pallasites, the unclassified pallasites are, now this has not been paired to the golden pallasite. That's just a nickname that we use to talk about it. There is no official golden pallasite. Now this one is just under 9 grams, so 8.966 grams, and it is a full slice. Wow, look at those colors.
Yep. Man.
Yeah. So that is, look at that. If we were out in the sun, you'd really see these colors popping. Look at that. If you catch it the right way, you can see it. Look at that. See how it catches the light on the inside and refracts it? Yeah, these things light up in the sun. So this one is the 9 gram one. Translucent slice. I had this listed as 110, so it'd be $100. $100 for 9 grams. And like I said, this is Dustin Dickens provenance.
Can you go back about 3, what was that, 4418 or something?
4482.
Yeah.
This one here. Yeah,
Is
this
that the
would
one
be
I was looking at?
yeah, this would be like $40 even when all said and done. This is the one that has it's in really good shape. It's not all drying and cracking and falling apart. I mean, it does have some cracks in it, as you can see right there, but it's not the dry, crumbly cracks that are going through the entire rock where it's going to be rubble in a
You
week.
haven't coated that one yet.
No, this is all natural.
Okay. I'll grab that one. Thanks, Topher.
You betcha. Absolutely. Yeah, it's got some really cool features. Okay. And that's David, correct?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. So those are my golden palasites. I'm going to throw those away unless someone wants to take a quick look at one of them again. The silence is deafening. I can always tell when you guys are interested or not interested. I'll either, oh, ooh, nice, or just. When I ask a question and I see 12 sets of eyes like this, I know it's time to, I know it's time to move on. Okay. So that was the palasites. I think we're actually done with this camera now, so I can just throw that there. All right, let's go to some witnessed falls. Okay. Chelyabinks slice, 3 grams. Medium level crust. This one is, wow, it's 3.6 grams and 3.6 grams. I will do this for $23. Let me write that down so I don't forget. 23. Okay. Really nice Chelyabinks with some breccia in it. So it's nice because you have both kinds of matrix in this. You have this whole swatch of just normal unbrecciated. Wow, focus. Okay, so this whole middle section is all the normal Chelyabinks. Then you have this dividing line here that's filled with pockets of melt because you can see some impactors came, and this is where it was impacted against. Maybe it bumped into another Chelyabinks and that stuck to it, or maybe that was actually part of this original one, but you can definitely see a line of melt all the way down and surrounding this piece. So that's pretty cool just to have.
So do you think that happened in flight or?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
To have that much heat and to have that much melt, you're looking at something that's going to happen in space. I would say more closely to its creation than now. When it's still in its cooling process, when it's still actively close to other Chelyabinks that are tumbling around, that's when the shocking, the bombardment, things like that are happening.
Maybe
go ahead.
Maybe I should have been clearer when I said in flight through the Earth's atmosphere or on its original smashing off wherever it came from.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was just about to say also it could have also happened during the bombardment of Earth. That's when a lot of heat is generated. The outside of the stones are not liquefied but covered in basically plasma, and it's a lot easier for things to melt and stick together. So it's more easily to believe it was created during its creation or right before it entered the Earth. But really not in the meantime when it's in its cooling process and just like free floating in space. There's not a whole lot of bouncing around after they're on their trajectory, wherever they're going. You know, once they're created and they're not jumbled anymore, they're probably not bouncing around into each other that much until they start smacking into the atmosphere and you get, you know, the ones in back slamming into the ones in front. But this has some slick insides. You can see them catching the light and a little band of crust. Yeah, a little band of crust. So that's $21 for about 3 grams. Now, I just put this out here in case you guys have any interest. These are available by the gram. You just tell me how many grams you want. But I have Chelly peas if you want them. So these would be $1 off. So you're
That's
looking
a
at
whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I have a couple containers of them. I believe that Chelly Banks is a good meteorite to invest in. It's the most witnessed documented fall in human history. And yeah, they're finding more pieces, but it's all small little stuff, little peas and little micros and fragments and stuff. I mean, the majority has been found. So it's, you know, like if you want a part of history, you got to already own it or go after it. So I have these Chelly peas for sale. So if anyone wants any Chelly peas, they can just give me a weight, and they are $9 per gram for as much as you want, or as much as I have, I guess. That's the limit. And I also have a little bit bigger one. So instead of 0.25, I have 0.35, I have 0.5. But these are the true Chelly peas right here. And they're, as you can see, they're not crap. They're not garbage. They're not all brown. They're not all internal fragments. These are the true Chelly peas where they're, you know, fully covered in fusion crust. All right, so that's my Chelly. If you guys want any Chelly peas, you can definitely ask for those, and I'll measure them out for you. Not live, but I will. So that's Chelly Banks. Now I have one that I'm going to allow someone else to say, because I have never learned how to say it. Quen Guang. Quen.
No idea.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'll let you guys work out how you want to pronounce it, but I'll tell you how I'm going to sell it. It's Quen Guang. It is a.
Can you back up a little? Can I see the label? There you go. Ah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Quen Guang, Guald. It is a witnessed fall, and that's not 100% evident, but it's more evident when you see the weathering 0, means it was collected right away. So the witness fall at 11 o'clock at night in Morocco. This is just under a gram for $10, and it is crusted.
Nice.
So if anyone doesn't have the Moroccan one, and it's actually pretty big. Pretty out of focus though. There we go.
That's a cute little bugger.
Yeah, it really is.
Add it to the list, Topher, please.
Right on, David. You got it. Already labeled for display.
Yep.
Okay, now let me put that in its protective case. Hold on. My goal is to, every time I deliver one of these cases to someone, I want it as virginal as possible. I don't want it all scratched, because I actually label them for display. So I try to put everything, keep everything inside a bag while I have it. That way, when you get it, it's in this as perfect, pristine condition as I can possibly manage. Okay, so now I have dumped this out. Pure Gog. and Basamasi, Wang Chang, Basim. I can't even pronounce these guys. I apologize. But I have some really nice ones. Let me just put these in order. China, Churgog, Buzzard Coolie. Okay, so I have a Buzzard Coolie. I don't have the export papers on this, unfortunately, because it was purchased in Tucson, but this is an H4 witnessed fall from, and Cameron, thank you so much. You're doing fantastic camera work. I love it, man. Buzzard Coolie H4 witnessed fall in Canada in 08. This is 16 grams for $272 minus $27. I really haven't even touched this one very much at all. So this is a nice Buzzard Coolie with matrix visible.
That's a beauty.
Wow. Really nice deep crust right there. Really terrible focusing though. Well, trust me, it looks better in person. There we go. That's Buzzard Coolie, Canadian fall that just fell in 2008.
I was replaying the video from this week's get together, and who's the guy up there in Canada is describing the difficulties getting these things out of Canada.
Fred McPherson.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
I know. I was blown away. I knew, because I mean, I have export papers with some of my Canadian meteorites, some of them that I got from Fred himself. And I love having the export papers and GPS and in situ pictures. All that's golden. But when he told me that he needs to do that for every piece, and then he told me it's a lot more involved than you think. He says, man, maybe one time I'll talk about it on one of the hangouts. And he started going into it. I was like, are you kidding me? That is a bunch of information required just to sell rocks out of Canada. Canadian meteorites. So this Buzzard Coolie is a Canadian meteorite. If Fred was to sell this out of Canada into the United States, he would have to fill out all the paperwork on it. But it's already here, so no paperwork needed. So there's Buzzard Coolie. Now, I have two other. These are more on the expensive side, so hopefully we got Ron with his wallet out. Now, these are there's a small. Let's see if we can play a little game here. There's a smallish country. That's an island. It's only had 2 meteorites ever classified, and they were both witnessed falls.
Madagascar.
Japan.
Who said Madagascar?
Yeah, one's the Wathay, right?
Yeah, who said Madagascar?
Cameron.
Cameron. Damn, dude. Way to go. I mean, I thought we'd be going around in circles for a while there. Yeah. This is one of the witness falls of Madagascar. And these I quite honestly shouldn't be discounting, but they're in this pile, so they will be. These are cheaper than you'll find out there. But we'll start with the small one first. 5.3. We're going to take $10 off this, so it'll be $85.
I'll take it, Topher.
Nice.
It's in my affordability range.
That's a beauty.
It's a beautiful piece.
Look at it. And it has a little bit of the internal peeking through.
Oh, cool.
Right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. I still want to show it to you, even though you like
Yep.
it. I'm still gonna show it off. Look at this little chip out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a nice win. Okay, and we're gonna take excuse me, take $10 off on that one, so that's 85 for you. Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. Now here's the other one. This is, yeah, I have one more of these, and it's in my personal collection, and I think it's 25 grams, but that's as much as I could get for me. I had to put these in my inventory.
Damn.
These are obviously weathering 0.
Wow.
I'm sorry, L6. When you look at Madagascar and you realize, God, it's just a little strip of land off of Africa. Like, it blows my mind that oh, my camera's giving me a hard time. Hold on one second. I need to plug my camera in before it goes dead. Sorry, guys. Oh. Bear with me 12 seconds. All right.
That was just right exactly 12 seconds.
I know my living room. All right. We're now powered. Oh, but the camera won't stay on the stand now. That's awesome.
You turn it upside down.
Hold on a second. Why is it not? Huh. Well, I can't see my screen. Look at my screen on my phone.
Right.
Well, that doesn't help.
I have no idea what happened. As soon as I plugged it in, it went to that.
That's weird.
But the good thing is it still looks good to you guys. See?
Yeah,
So I'll have to look at my screen. Okay, yeah. All right, moving on. It actually feels like it's focusing better now that it has power. I wonder if that has anything to do with it, or if I'm just getting lucky
good
right
sharp
now.
focus.
Yeah. I wonder if the autofocus is one of the things that's affected when your power is low.
Probably.
That's a nice piece too.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
So that's a more sizable piece.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that one for a minute.
All right, so we got buzzer in that one. Now, this is a witnessed one from China. Yuan Chen.
Fabric.
This is, yeah, I heard someone read fabric label. These are original, and I guess I'm not intelligent enough to totally explain the process, but I know that when they were first originally found, every single one was given this fabric label.
Wow.
So all of the original ones, as they were found, a fabric label was applied to them. Now I don't own this one. I mean, I own it, but I'm waiting for someone to buy it, so I really don't like touching it a whole bunch. But it is, you know what? I will. I won't touch the label, but there's the fabric label applied right after it was found. I wonder if I can zoom in. Oh, I can still zoom in. Good. Even though my screen's all messed up. There it is. So
What does
when
that
you're,
label say?
I have no idea. It's a Chinese symbol of some sort. You know I don't speak Spanish, Baxter. But it's a beautiful stone.
One of the few things out of China that'll last a long time.
Yeah. And you don't have to be ashamed to say, yeah, I own one. So I have this one here with
How much was that, Topher?
This one is 80 bucks.
I'll take it.
For Oz, sold.
Nice, thank you.
I put that fabric label right up there. So when you look in there, it's what you see, man. Gotta have that. I have one.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. You guys like that? Okay.
The refall.
Now, nice. I have one more of those, and this is the last one I have with the fabric label. So this one, again, is 80 bucks, and it has a fabric label on it as well. So let me take
Very cool.
Looks like a 9. I don't know what it is and what it signifies, but I know that the government was putting them on there as they were taking them out, as they were finding them.
That'd be kind of a cool thing to research.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I knew more about them, to be honest with you, but I know it's very hard to get them with the fabric label.
I guess I'll be researching.
Yeah. So that one is still available for anyone who's interested at the $80 mark. Now, these are all the same. These next 3 are Churgot. These fell in Mali. This batch represents 3 grams. Well, yeah, really, let me. I don't know if you can see how fresh that crust is, but it's bubbly. So this one is like $21 for 3 grams. Then I have this one. 2 grams of that one. And then if you guys want me to take any of these out of their case, I definitely will.
That's good. I'll grab that one, Topher, please.
This one here?
Yep.
Right on. All right, so that leaves, now that was, hold on a second. That was Churgog. Okay, so now this is, so these 2 are the Churgogs that I have left. And here is a, if you can pronounce this, I'll give you an extra 2% off. That's a
That's a
Basikunu.
Basikunu.
So another H5. There's it's not a lot of witness falls are H's. Well, H's are less than L's, obviously. So an H5 weathered 0 Mauritanian fall at 4 a.m. So if you witness this, you were probably partying pretty hardy at 4 o'clock in the morning. But this is a nice witnessed fall for 10 bucks. With the matrix showing and crust. So
I'll take that one, Topher.
right on for the Ozman.
And also, I'd like the 3 gram Churgak too.
Okay. That would be this one right here. I'll go ahead and put that in the bag for you as well.
You're the man.
Thank you, Oz. Appreciate it.
I've got a Mauritania stamp set, so I'd like to have a Mauritania meteorite.
Nice. Okay, well, that was the witnessed ones. Before I put them away, I will just show these 4 off one more time in case anyone has any interest. We have the Zhengquang, Benanitra, the Buzzard Coolie.
I wish I could afford that.
I take payments. And Churgak. Yeah, I say that in jest, but in all honesty, I do. If anyone wants anything in season, anything they want, I do take payments on it. I have this whole rack over here. None of this stuff belongs to me anymore. All that's all sold already, and it's just waiting for people to pay. So I have no problem taking a little bit down and holding on to a piece. If you definitely want it, then you will get it. Trust me. I'm
It
not
would
really.
be my first Canadian one.
It's a bigger one too for me. I usually don't have like that big of, like, that's my biggest Buzzard Coolie I've ever had. Okay, so that was the witnessed. Let me put those away. Okay. Now I have Brian. And I brought a little bit of everything here. Okay, first off, we're going to start off with some small. Now, Brihin is a palisite, first discovered in 1810 in Belarus. Belarus is about maybe 50, 60 miles-ish from Chernobyl in Russia. So when they had the Chernobyl accident, the pollution, the contamination, contaminated the strewn field. So the strewn field for Belarus, being so close to Chernobyl, was off limits for so long. I'm not sure if it's officially open legally for people yet, but people are going there and creating their lives again, and people are hunting Brihin and finding it. So this is Brihin that was kind of hard to get for a while, but it's a beautiful palisite. Join later. Now this is we got. Wow, you're not going to focus on writing? Hold on a second. I really don't understand how to get these. Oh, there we go. Hey, I got my camera fixed. It just popped back up. Okay, so this one is.
Oh, come on.
It's not focusing at all.
Yeah, still can't see it.
Yeah,
Weird.
what is wrong with my?
Try moving it back to the for no. Oh no.
Yeah, you totally out of focus.
Wow. Like I said, my phone just popped and the screen
Back to the
went.
phone.
Well, let me do this. Stop audio or stop video. And I'll start it again. That fixed it. All right. So we have just under 2.5 grams, $1.50 off this one. And what you're looking at is an individual little cluster.
That's cool.
Let me see here. So this one is let me see, $14 minus 10%, labeled on the bottom. Here is another one that is 10% off of that for 2 grams. More of a skeletal piece, but it still has a bunch of olivine in there. I have a much bigger one that is in pretty, well, hold on, this is the same size. Then I have another one. This one is $13 minus 10%. And it looks a lot more olivine, if that's a word. It is now. It's my word. This is an olivine weenie.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that whole pocket right there. Just crystallized olivine. Yeah, it's olivine everywhere. This is more of a skeletal piece. So I have these 3 available. Okay, so I have these 3 available. All in the 2 gram range. Then comes the big boy. Just under 19 grams for $100. And this one is just pretty.
Hey, Topher, I'll take that one.
Nice. Yeah.
That's really nice.
God, look at the size of that olivine right there. Look at that.
Sweet.
Man. I see, I don't get to look at all my, I should be charging more for this. No, I don't.
You're gonna keep it now, aren't you?
No, see, the thing is, I buy quality, and you know, I buy quality for a reason, because I want to have the best stuff to offer. And then it goes in my cases, and I forget about it. It gets mixed in with the other 1,000 pieces. But every once in a while, I'll be digging through. I'll take one out. I'm like, oh, this should be in personal collection. It's so pretty. Got that on your pile, Oz. Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
I have 2 more nuggets and then 2 more Brahin slices. So we'll start off with the $55 one. That's now $50. Cameron, you're doing a fantastic job. Really appreciate the camera work, buddy. I'm literally just focused on meteorites, and you're doing everything else right now. I really appreciate it. Look at that.
Oh, look at the size of that.
Yeah. I don't even need to say anything. I'm just going to be quiet.
No, you won't.
I know. Screw you. In all honesty, I'd love to be drinking coffee and vaping right now while I'm doing this, but no one will talk for me, so. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's some gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. That is massive olivine right there.
It's really interesting how the olivine is exposed like that. You'd think the crystal would break and not the matrix.
I know. Absolutely. The crystal is a lot harder than the metal, because the metal is a victim of oxidation and liquids. Earth is a very, very harsh environment for meteorites. It has lots of water and lots of oxygen, things that meteorites hate. The iron and the nickel in them hate. But the olivine, kind of couldn't care less. So this one is $54 now. Yeah. Just full of olivine. Yeah, like the matrix is melted away, leaving more olivine than there should be. Look at that right there. That crystal.
That kind of reminds me of that Christmas song I shared with you yesterday.
Oh, don't start singing it, dude. I hate getting songs stuck in my head, man. And Oz, oh Palisade, oh stop. I don't want to talk about it.
How lovely are your fragments.
You sure there's not whiskey in that tea?
Yeah, trust me, there's not. I was listening to a TED talk one time, and it was on the subject, and this is totally off of meteorites, but bear with me. I was watching a TED talk one time, and this guy was talking about why do songs get stuck in your head. Everyone happens, and it's not even a song you like. It's just a catchphrase or 2 lines repeated over and over again. And the scientist basically described it as your mind wanting to complete a math problem, but not having the numbers required. So it keeps on repeating what it knows and what it has, trying to make sense of it. And he says the way you finish that math problem in your head is you give it the numbers. You play the last 30 seconds of the song one time and turn it off. Walk away, you're healed.
Oh, okay.
I've tried it once and it worked. I had this, my wife was doing karaoke in one room trying to get one song down, and I just heard it like, I mean, I'll be polite 12 times. But after you hear the same song 12 times through the wall, you start tapping along with it. And, you know, I'm setting up meteorites, I'm hopping and bopping. And I realized, wait a second, I have this song from Chicago stuck in my head now. What? Here is a piece of a slice of Brehin that is $45 now. So just under 9 grams.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
Yes, sir. And it's not been acid etched. So if you are a fan of just polished pieces, this is for you. If you've ever wanted to try your luck at acid etching, this is actually a fairly inexpensive piece at at 45 bucks of a named palisite with some really wide metal surface that will probably take an etch really well. This right, you'll have to do some grit work to get down to or get up to a high enough grit. But this would be a nice piece for someone. Look at that flat metal right there. This will etch very nicely. So if anyone wanted to try an etch job, or if you just like the mirrored look, this is a nice little budget piece. And I have a bigger one. Whoop. There we go. Okay, so this one is we'll take 20 bucks off this and make it 180 even. As you can see, it
That's a
is
beauty.
highly translucent. It's not in focus like that, but there we go. Yeah, so really super translucent. This was cut, and stabilized by Craig Zlyman. So those of you that know Craig know that he does super high quality work, especially in his stabilization. Look at this olivine right here. Where is it? Right there. Watch this. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. So you saw that.
Wow.
Look at that. It is just remarkable. It looks, and yeah, that olivine that I was pointing out earlier, right here. Watch that turn green.
Tell me, what's the risk to the olivine if you want to etch a pellicite like that? Is
There's no real risk to the olivine. If you do it,
the acid okay?
yeah, if you do it properly, you're going to be using nitol or ferric chloride, and you're only going to leave it on there for 30, 40 seconds. You're just going to be brushing it on and then washing it off, brushing it on, washing it off until you get the desired etch.
Oh, it's that quick, is it?
Yeah, quite honestly, it is. If you have it polished properly. If you have the metal ready to support the etching process, then you'll sit there, you'll be amazed how fast the pattern appears. But if you have just like this right here, I don't know what it's grit down to, but it's probably not ready to be etched. You can see the lines in there. See those scratch lines? If you tried to etch this and forced the matter, say, look, I'm gonna overpower it with acid. I'm just gonna let it sit on there forever. I'm gonna really brush it in and be aggressive with my brushing. That's not what acid etching is supposed to be like. If you have the piece ready to accommodate the etching, it is a minimally invasive process, way quicker than I ever expected. In fact, that's how I learned I was a shitty etcher, because I was working so hard at etching and wasn't working hard at prep work.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so this is a nice 25-gram piece for 180 bones. If anyone's interested in this, I have larger. I have much larger.
For what larger sizes do you have?
Of
I'm
Berhin?
interested in this, but I collect larger pieces. I'd like to know if you have.
Okay. Well, that was actually all of the pieces that I brought out for the sale necessarily.
Okay. We can
But
contact them later.
I have
Oh, nice.
they big enough?
Yeah. So something around the 50 to 100 gram size would be.
Well, I have 130, 190, 200, 106, 112, 180. I do have these right here that are 20. This one's 25 grams, but it's a.
Again, that's too small. I like to collect. My smallest. I have an Imolac that's about 60 grams, and Esquel that's around 60 grams.
Oh, nice.
So something in that range, or between that and 100. So it seems to be about a good price.
This one here is 106 grams.
Okay,
again, this was cut and stabilized by Craig's Lyman.
Is it?
Oh,
Wow.
It's fairly thick.
It's thick, yeah.
A big chunk.
You have thinner. I'd like to see the light. I have an admirer that I bought from the KD folks that was thin cut, and I have that backlit. I'd like to do that again on something.
Yeah, the problem with the translucency is you gotta go so thin. Like this one here is translucent, but you're looking at, it usually goes up to $20 a gram. I have translucency in slices like this, but as far as the bigger slices, like, I mean,
Well, do you have something? Let's say
I have, like, here's a a massive one. Sorry, I know I'm fooling you, Cameron. I have this massive, but you're not gonna get any translucency with that.
Yeah. That's like most of my Samchons are.
Do you have spring water yet?
Let me see. Rings the bell. Let me check my inventory here. Spring water. Just a moment.
While you're doing that, I'll show this one off to
It's
people.
only take a second. I do have a spring water. It's a 39 gram.
You said 39 gram?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good size.
It's an end cut.
Because let me show this hand off. This is what I was doing. I showed this during my live hangout, how that's a Burhen and that's a Burhen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't look alike, but that is. So this is
Wow.
this is translucent as anything.
Okay. Show me the other one again.
Yeah. What the big one here?
Yeah, the other one you just had. Oh, that's a real thick one.
Yeah, that's the real thick one. So I have this translucent one that's listed as 190, and I also have this one at 170. This one's etched, and again, translucent as all get out.
All right. Maybe we could take it offline. We could talk about some of the others.
Yeah, sure.
Keeps everybody from waiting.
Let me see here. Well, I have, you mentioned spring water, and I have this spring water. This is from my personal collection that is now for sale. But you have already a larger one than this. So
Yeah, I've got it's an end cut. It's thicker. It's not translucent. So.
Yeah, this one here is a beautiful translucent slice. And let me see here.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, 100% translucent everywhere.
What's the size on that one? The weight?
It's 23.9 grams.
Let me think about that. Okay. We'll think about that one.
Yeah, that is a. I'll send you some. I have some pictures of this because, like I said, it was in my personal collection.
Okay.
So I actually have some pictures of it that are just. I mean, they sell the piece by themselves. I can just zip my lip and send them to you. And if you don't buy it, hey, it doesn't bother me at all. It'll stay in my personal collection 2.0. This is my personal collection 1.0 is here. 2.0 is down there.
I understand. I bought from other personal collections. I got something knocked in a few years ago, and at his office. Actually, he drove me there.
Oh, nice. Well, where do you live, Ron?
I'm in Los Angeles, little suburb called Simi Valley.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I've been to Tucson now, I guess, the last 6 years.
Oh, sweet. Well, you need to hook up with us when next time you're there. For the last couple of years, well, I'm getting groups together every year now to go there. We had the Meteorite Mansion last time where I actually rented a house and had everyone come in and stay at the house. We had
I've heard about the Meteorite Mansion. What exactly is that? I've heard talk about it.
The Meteorite Mansion is something that I had the idea. I went to Tucson and I realized, wow, this is great. I mean, there's meteorites everywhere. There's meteorite lovers everywhere. And at 5:01 or 6:01, everyone scatters. They go to their hotels. They have a few beers. They nurse their feet and look upon their daily purchases. Yeah. And you're sitting in a $50 a night room. I mean, it is what it is. Or you can come to the Meteorite Mansion. Meteorite Mansion is like a 3,000 square foot house where we had a saw, a lap machine, 4 or 5 microscopes, a bunch of very intelligent people staying there. We'd go out on day trips together. So if you wanted to go into town and hit some shows, you could have a group go with you. We'd negotiate prices together. So we put all of our pieces on the counter together and, hey, what will you sell all of these for, rather than just this to him, this to him, this to him. We did a lot of live videos there. We did an hour lecture on hunting the Aquasarchus fall, and we actually had the roof panel there with us. So just a lot of education, just a central place for meteorite lovers to enjoy the Tucson show outside the show, because
Oh,
the
okay.
show is just a commercial event and it's fun. Everyone's there, and
Oh, yeah, I know.
but what you really want to do is when you get back to your hotel room, the first thing you do is dump it out and start looking through it. Well, do that with us. We want to look at it too. You know what I mean? And I bought some crap. I didn't know if it was terrestrial or not. I was hoping it was lunar. So we put it on the saw, we cut it, have all the experts in the house come over, take a look at it, throw it under the microscope. It was a great time. People who have never cut before were out there cutting.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, I've actually reserved the reserved the house again this upcoming year, and they just released the dates for the show. So as always, end of February, end of January, early February. But yeah, I'll be doing the house again, probably because of the coronavirus, doing a little bit scaled back. I'm not going to be giving a $100 gift bags this time, and you'll have to be satisfied with finding a spot on the floor to sleep because there's only so many bedrooms. But if you're looking for an experience, it's second to none. I spent time there with Cameron last year. Well, Pat Brown was there, just a myriad of people, Rob Keaton, Mike Kelly stopped by. There was a bunch of people that were there that just made it really super, super interesting.
Okay.
So I call it the Meteorite Mansion, but it's just an oversized house that I get off of Airbnb, and we try to pack as many people there as we can.
Okay. All right. Okay. I know we're diverging, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that is really all the items that I had pulled aside here to sell. If anyone has anything interesting that they would like to look at, like if you have to see a diagonite before you leave today, now's the time to speak up. Otherwise, those are the items that I had selected for today's sale. I don't know what time it is. Let me see here. It's been going for 2 hours now that I started late, but I definitely don't want to keep people too long. If you have anything that you want to see, whether I showed it here or not, feel free to send me a message. And if I have it, I'll be glad to show you pictures of it. And basically, as far as I'm concerned, if you contact me in the next 24 hours about something, I will give you 10% off. So, and all your freight is capped at $5. All international freight is capped at $20 for these sales. So, David, you don't have to worry about a $50 freight charge.
Hey, go right back to that very first trade, the last one in the top row.
So this is the first tray. And here, I'll do this.
The sister slices?
Yeah. Somebody had number 5, but number 6, I don't have a sister slice type one.
So you're saying up in this corner right here?
Yeah, that one there.
Okay. My camera just died. My cell phone camera just died. I guess I plugged it into a non-powered USB port. So lucky me. So what I can do is, I wonder, this is the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know.
It's just a 2-piece, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one?
I don't have one that's sort of been sliced in half like that. So yeah, add that to the collection, please.
Will do. It is done.
I'll talk to you about that Buzzard Cooley one too. I'll give you a down payment and pay the rest at a later date.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, sure, I need to make money because this is a business, but in all honesty, it's about getting meteorites in people's hands that love them. So if you found something that you want and you have to make payments on it, that's absolutely fine with me.
That's the only one in the meantime.
That goes for larger pieces too, because I have some larger pieces. And Ron, if you're looking for a larger piece of anything in particular, please let me know.
Okay.
I'll be glad to show you what I have. I just wanted to make it more enjoyable and more active for most people to buy a $20 piece versus a $2,000 piece. So
we could message or do a video message each other through Facebook.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm on there's Charles Metchus. You may have seen that name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems a lot more familiar than Ron.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually there's a story behind that, but I'll go into that later.
Nice. Okay, good.
So yeah, let's do that. Okay, but in the meantime, for payment, I bought that amulet, the Simpson amulet. How do you want to handle? You said you take PayPal, so I'll need.
Yeah. For my PayPal, if you would please, when possible, pay me as a friend and family, and
okay.
I'll send this information out, or I'll put it on my page. But my PayPal email is Topherspin.
Wait. Just like I'll get a pencil out.
Or actually, you know what? I think I might be able to put it in this chat. Hold on. Message to everyone. Topherspin@q.com.
Okay, so that's your email.
Yep. So that's my PayPal email as well. So
okay.
if you wanna, I can send you guys an itemized list of what you guys bought. But
at q.com.
Yep.
It's an unusual one. Okay. Topherspin at q.com. Okay, I'll send out. Okay. So what's the total bill on that thing?
Well, for yours, that one is, we said $15 plus 5, so 20 even.
Okay, $20. All right, you got it.
So yeah, as always, just you can contact me for PayPal information. I'd like your address included in the PayPal. That way I can get your stuff out to you.
It's all there. Yeah.
I have a few items over here, a pile for the UK and a pile for Oz. So I'll total those up and I'll send you guys an itemized list so so we can both be on the same page before you guys send any money. Make sure it makes sense to all of us. As always, I truly appreciate you guys joining us live. Anyone watching the replay, the prices are still valid. 10% off on the items I offered here. If you mention that you saw it in the live sale, I will honor it. I do appreciate everyone joining us live. David Nelson in overseas, I'll let you go to sleep now. Thank you.
Oh, so no, much. It's morning for me. It's now 8. I've been on here since 6 a.m.
Oh, geez. You're a hero and a champ, dude. A hero and a champ.
I need breakfast.
Well, I really appreciate everyone's attendance, everyone's participation, everyone's purchases, and spread the love for the next one as well. And definitely appreciate everyone participating in the Topherspin Meteorites live sale. Thanks so much, guys.
A lot of fun, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Topher.
Bye-bye. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Enjoy your day, everyone.
Bye.
You betcha.